We made it to 30 episodes.
It's also our 1-year anniversary.
Working with your bestie is not always the easiest.
We've been friends for 20 years. Yeah. This podcast gave me such a confidence boost.
What matters is getting through those moments and understanding each other.
Kat struggles with authority, guys.
I don't like to be told what to do.
Did you feel like within the last year since starting the podcast where you felt like you wanted to quit? Be honest.
Welcome to another episode of the Unfiltered Brew podcast, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Woo, woo, woo.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Nora.
Nora, we made it to 30 episodes, and everybody thinks that they know everything about us, but do they?
I don't think so. But it's also our 1-year anniversary.
Woo! Everybody, please clap your hands for the Unfiltered Brew girls.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. We have so many new listeners too, and I don't think a lot of people know how we started. And I think we just have so much to share. And it's been a minute since we've had an episode with just us two. And also, guys, I have one ear today. So my right ear is clogged.
I was just about to say, everybody, just in case Nora starts yelling over here and shouting, it's because she only has one ear today.
I have one ear. If anybody has any advice on how to unclog an ear, DM me. Back to our 1-year anniversary and our big 3-0. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, it really is. Like I just remember from the moment that we started recording at at our apartment complex.
Yes.
And we had no idea what we were talking about for like a whole straight hour. Yeah.
We recorded our first episode, and we were just, once we hit stop, we looked at each other, we were like,
what the hell are we even talking about?
What the hell did we just talk about?
But you know what? I guess like you got to start somewhere, like you have to. I just feel like that was our start. That was our building the foundation. Mm-hmm. That was our, we had to sit there and figure it all out because, no one really helped us. We did everything on our own. And to this day, we still, do everything on our own other than, with Larry helping us.
Shooting in the studio.
Shooting in the studio.
A lot of the back-end work and
back-end work, editing and all that. That's all us. And, it was just a learning experience, and it was a fun learning experience. And thinking of now and a year ago is crazy to even think that. And sometimes I'll go through my phone and I'll look at old videos and I'm like, wow, we've came a long way.
Such a long way.
We grew so much.
We have so many new listeners. And, I think the most common misconception, I think, when it comes to us specifically is people think that we've been friends for 20 years.
Yes.
Which is a great thing. Our chemistry is so good, but just to shed some light on that, we've only been friends for how long now?
I would say 2 years. A little over 2 years.
A little over 2 years. So we started this podcast not long after we've met.
You're right. She's right. Yeah. You're right.
Most people, when they meet us, they actually can feel our connection, and they're always commenting on how in sync we are with our thoughts. Yeah. Even when we speak, sometimes we'll just say the same thing without even realizing it.
Or sometimes you'll text me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally was going to say the same thing.
Or we text the same thing at the same moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are, I don't know. I wish
we're very much aligned.
We're very much aligned. And I think this is why we work so well together. But let's talk about what didn't work well with our friendship, or at least starting this podcast. Let's get a little unfiltered and raw.
It's not always perfect, you guys. There's been times that we've had to call each other out. There's been times that we've butted heads, and I think it's all part of the process. That's like saying a relationship is perfect. Hell no, it's not perfect. Yeah. So and that also goes into friendships and business partnerships. You have those moments, but what matters is getting through those moments and understanding each other, and it was letting it go.
Yeah, we really had to learn to understand how our work relationship is separate from our friendship,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We had to navigate separating our emotions and understanding that, this podcast, yes, we are two friends who started this podcast, but at the end of the day, it is a business.
Yeah.
And we had to learn how to separate the two. And that's something that is, I think, fundamental when starting something, whether it's with your friend or your family or just yourself, is really grounding yourself and separating your emotions from making decisions.
I agree. Yeah. Especially when you have two strong, independent, controlling women. Not controlling as in a bad, we like to control our life. We like to control. I mean, we've been in control and independent by ourselves for a long time. So when you get together with someone, you have to kind of respect their perspective. You have to see their perspective. You have to learn to be able to not control every aspect.
Yeah.
Now you're working with someone. So now it's not all about you. It's about, hey, how would she feel about that? Or how would he feel about that? So I think that's another thing that we had to
navigate.
But we do want to put each other on the spot today by asking some questions.
I'll let you go first.
Well, what's something you pretend to like but don't?
In regards to what?
Just anything in life.
Pretend to like?
Yeah.
Why don't we...
What's something you pretend to like but actually hate?
I don't really pretend to like anything. You know me.
Yeah.
I have a no BS attitude, and I don't think I pretend to like anything. If anything, maybe I should start pretending to like things. Maybe more people will like me. But no, I don't think there's anything that I pretend to like.
That was just a random question for people to kind of get to know us.
Yeah, I'm a very straightforward person. I'm very
hiding
direct.
this coffee.
Yeah, we're not promoting.
We're not promoting anybody.
I don't think there's anything that I don't like that I pretend to like. I'm pretty straight. You can tell within the first 5 minutes of meeting me if I like you or not. If it's like meeting a person, and I will not do an activity that I don't like. I would really voice it. Yeah, there's nothing that I can think of, honestly.
Well, that's good. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good,
But
answer.
let's make it about the podcast. What's something that you found annoying with me, working with me over the last year, but you have not told me yet? Or maybe you did tell me.
Why are you staring at me, Larry?
Larry knows. Spill the truth.
What is something that I find annoying
About
with
me.
you, about you?
Or working with me, specifically. Come on.
I have to think about that for a minute.
Damn. So there is something you find annoying about me?
I don't think there really, that's why I had to think about it. What is something that annoyed me? Because I really don't think, certain things, when we get into, I don't know. There's really nothing that's, annoying. Genuinely speaking, I'm not saying that to,
Nothing annoying about me. I agree.
No, as in working with you. I think we really do, at the end of the day, we all have our little, bumping heads, regardless of what it is, whether it's you telling me to not show the fucking coffee in the video. Don't tell me what to do.
Kat struggles with authority, guys.
I don't like to be told what to do. I don't like, that was so stupid. That was a comment so I had a coffee. This is what we're talking about right now, so everyone knows. I had a coffee that I got from a coffee shop downtown, and we sat down and we were about to record, and Nora's like, can you move the coffee to the left because we don't want the coffee in
the shot.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to move the coffee to the left.
Snapped at me.
I said, I'm not going to move the coffee because the coffee is a blank, clear plastic cup, so it doesn't show the actual brand on who it is. And she's like, well, we still don't want to promote it, which honestly at this point, like at that moment I was just annoyed because she was like telling me what to do, and I just have a very hard time of listening when people tell me what to do. I just don't like it, and it's just an Aquarius in me, I guess, because I like my freedom. I like to kind of just do things on my own.
Well, appreciate you being honest about that.
But at the end of the day, she is right about that. Like, we do not want to promote any sort of items on this podcast unless you are wanting to sponsor us, which we are accepting sponsors right now.
Correct.
If you want your item,
and we also don't want to get sued by the brand.
And we don't want to
right?
get sued. Exactly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're not going to promote something for free.
Right.
You know,
it's not even about. It's not even that. It's like we don't want to have a cease and desist letter show up in our mail about.
Speaking of cease and desist.
Speaking of cease and desist. Wait, should we?
That's an inside joke. We might tell you.
We
at the
might
end
tell
of the
you guys
episode.
on a different episode.
But to answer the question, I don't think there's really anything annoying about you, because I do think that, and I'm sure you get annoyed with me, small things, but big things we pretty much get along and we really talk things out. And if you have an issue with me, you'll tell me. If I have an issue with you, I'll tell you. We're very big, strong communicators with each other. And so like, I think that really helps the whole like
dynamic.
Yeah.
Dynamic of the podcast. Yeah.
It's just the little things, but I mean, who the hell doesn't get not mad, like annoyed with little things, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Shoot me another one.
What is something that you feel that you have genuinely leaned into within the last year and a half since starting the podcast?
What is something like related to the podcast or anything or what I've learned through the podcast? I think it comes down to talking and like communicating. Like I was like before the podcast, like I was a strong communicator, but now this is like even the podcast now, I feel like I've learned to like talk. I know it sounds like kind of crazy to like not know how to talk. And, you know, I'm a 37-year-old woman and I'm like, oh my gosh, when we first started doing the podcast, I was like talking and I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to talk. Does that make sense? Like sometimes we're like
putting sentences together,
being in front of the camera. I think I think I'm more comfortable at communicating and sitting down in front of the camera and like talking without being nervous about it. But the communication also does help outside of the podcast too, with like certain people on my job and
also like building like relationships. Yeah, I actually agree with that because I've seen you come a long way since we first started. And even when I sometimes audit our episodes, I tell you like little things I've noticed that you've like really, like even for myself, I mean, again, you guys need to understand English is our second language. Although
it is our
we
second
grew up,
language, yeah.
Like speaking English, but putting ourselves out there in this environment in front of cameras, in front of guests, and putting our voices out on all these platforms like YouTube and Spotify and Apple and Instagram, and allowing those people into our space. This is like our voices is our safe space. So putting ourselves out there and just from the get-go is just really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And in our first few episodes, like she said, like once we hit the start button to start recording, like we both just like get so nervous and wouldn't know how to like put like sentences together. And sometimes like, oh my God, I just forgot my English, even though I think in English.
But sometimes when you're put on the spot, you kind of like lose.
Yeah. And
it's lose your like
thought process.
Yeah. Your thought process. And like she said, it is like second, you know, English is our second language. I think when I moved here, all I knew how to say was, what's your name?
Yeah.
And everything else was, I learned everything on cartoons and therapists and people like through school and, you know.
work, like your jobs.
And
like,
you did too as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like this podcast has really gave me such a confidence boost, even though I'm a pretty confident person. But to be on the spot in front of the camera with our guests, coming up with questions and collaborating and speaking has just put us on this like trajectory of improving our communication skills and building relationships and growing our network in Cleveland, and beyond, which I'm forever so grateful for, because this podcast has exposed us to so many incredible people around the city and beyond the city, and has given us like an opportunity to be in rooms with these amazing, successful people. And
we're so grateful for.
So grateful for, and for our names to be brought up in these rooms.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to think about like little like Noura, like 10 years ago. I always tell people, like, I used to sit in the back of the classroom. I always tell you, nobody would believe this, but I swear I used to sit in the back of my classroom in college. I'm not even talking about school, in college, with my hood up.
Yeah.
I'll demonstrate for you guys. If you guys are watching the video, I'll put my hood up like this. Because, it's always cold in Cleveland between fall and spring semester. I'll sit in the back of the classroom, and I literally just, like, tuck my head in my chin, and I'll just sit there, take notes, and I won't even talk to anybody. That was
really?
like 4 out of, like, the 6 years in college that I spent.
I was the annoying-ass kid in school.
You would not hear my voice in school. Like,
are you serious?
When people, like, hear me talk, they're like, you speak? Yeah, and it was just like just moving here, and just I'm really proud of where we're at right now.
I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to kind of take yourself out of that shell where you're comfortable enough to open up, to be vulnerable, to talk in front of an audience, and I think someone that's listening will take that as an inspiration, like, hey, like, I can get out of this shell too, like, it takes a lot. So I'm proud of you for stepping out of that shell. Unlike me, I was the annoying kid that my mom
wouldn't shut up.
My mom got papers, talks too much. Talks too much.
Mind you, though, like, I was that student though in school. Like, back in Kuwait, me and my siblings, we all talk too much in school. We used to get in trouble by their teachers that we talk too much, and we used to like get like those little papers sent home to our parents that we talk too much. But it's crazy how like an environment can really change your character.
Yeah.
How like in one environment I was like thriving, I was talkative and social, and I moved here, it was like a culture shock, didn't know anybody in college, and then I'm like super sheltered in a corner, and then to see myself now putting myself out there, both of us on this podcast and meeting everybody. And mind you, I'm an introvert at heart.
Yeah.
My social battery runs out so quickly. And like, it's crazy how I can adapt to being in a super social environment. Like my younger sister, she's like, you don't know how to shut up. You just know how do you like go up there and just talk to random people? I'm like, you just kind of put on a face, honestly. And like, you become like this chameleon. You adjust to the environment.
Yeah.
And you just throw yourself out there in the wild. But then you have to shrink back into your
little cave.
The next day.
Yeah, but the thing is, even like with us, like, being out there and being vulnerable and talking and communicating, even the guests that we've had on, like, we've learned so much from them. I know that all of you listeners, our guest list is very diverse. Like, we have something that you can take from each person that comes on the show. But as much as you guys are learning and taking these,
conversations,
advice and conversations and things that, you're thinking like, oh, that inspired me to, this guest inspired me. Oh, now I'm motivated for this. We're doing it too.
Yeah.
Like, as we talk and as we have these guests, like, we learn so much from all these guests, and that's what keeps us, that's what makes us even better, because we learn from these guests too.
Absolutely,
which I'm so grateful for all of our guests. They're amazing.
All of our guests have been incredible. Every single person has like a unique story, and they're all have like a similar theme of grinding and hustling. And I love that, because that's what we thrive on here. Like, yes, we're two girls navigating our 30s, but we're also hustlers. We work 6 to 7 days a week, night and day. We don't complain. Yeah, there's some days where we're moody and we're PMSing on our periods.
I mean, really,
right?
That's normal.
But we know we know that it takes a lot to start something like this. It's not as easy as just going on and starting record. it takes a lot of planning. Actually, people don't
Yeah.
understand that. It takes a lot of planning.
People don't see the back end of how much hard work we do, and the fact that we literally have no day off. And
No days off. Like we're working around the clock, whether it's like Monday through Friday or the weekends or we're on a trip, we're always working. And you know what? I love the grind. People underestimate it, but that's what it takes to kind of get to.
I mean, that's what do they say? Like, there's a quote for it, like something when you're building something, you don't have a day off.
There's gonna be compromise. Yeah, absolutely. So I just like literally attended Emma Greed's show in DC this past weekend.
Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so many people aren't familiar with Emma Greed.
By the way, before you start, guys, she went to go represent us, and I'm proud of her for being in a room with Emma Greed while I was watching the kitty cat.
But yeah, so Emma Greed is someone who I like looked up to for years now, and she was one of the sharks on Shark Tank. She co-founded mega brands.
She's a shark?
She was a shark. Yeah, she was a shark. She is literally epitome of a self-made woman. She's from London. She started a talent agency, and she really pioneered brand partnerships way back before social media was a thing.
Yeah.
And she sold that company, and then she got into building the brands that we know today, like Skims and Good American. And she just released a book called...
I didn't know she was part of Skims.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that like Skims?
Kim Kardashian's
line, right?
Our line, right. Clothing line. So she just released a book called Start With Yourself, and it's such an inspirational book and about her journey. And she really talks about how whether you are starting a business or starting a family or moving to a new city, everything starts with you and your mindset.
Yeah.
She's an inspirational boss babe. Her book is really inspirational.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give away some books actually for anybody that actually listens to this whole podcast and gets to this point, DM me. I will send you a copy of her book. She has a podcast called Aspire, where she interviews really successful people on the pod and talks about their journeys and how they've built those companies. With that being said, like I wanted to go and just obviously see her in person and support her book release and be in a room with so many incredible people, specifically women. The room is like 99% women and they all had like different businesses, different things they're building, whether it's a little brick and mortar shop or a business in healthcare or...
It's amazing.
Yeah. It was just being in that room alone just felt really...
It looked really nice.
Inspiring,
it looked so nice. Like you went in there and like you had so many people to connect with and network.
So many people to connect with. And that's why she does this, because she wants people to she literally told us when she first came on stage, she's like, I want you guys to turn to your either side, front and back, and meet the people around you if you didn't already. Yeah.
I love that.
She really advocates for communication and going out of your way. This is what I really loved about her book. Like, don't ask for permission. Remember I talked to you about this yesterday, and I'm always telling Kat, we are not asking for permission. When we talk to people, we just gotta simply ask, why do we have to sugarcoat what we're asking?
And if it's a no, it's a no. It is what it is. What's the worst that can be?
Just keep it simple and straightforward and direct.
Yeah.
Very simple. Just be really direct about what you want.
Yeah.
And it's either gonna be a yes or a no. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's women need to learn how to be more direct with what they want. Why are men...
Including with men, too.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
Stop wasting my time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're not aligned, stop wasting my time. But that goes towards everything, regardless. You're right. It goes for business, relationships, anything, really, that you want.
One thing that also I think stuck with me that could really... relate to us is stepping into something that you fear and leaning into something that you might be scared of. And I think this podcast was something that we were both scared to start.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated her take on that. She said, if fear doesn't show up in your life, that means you're not pushing yourself hard enough.
Yeah. That's so true, because I think if I would say my biggest fear was starting the podcast, I think it was the fear of opinions of others. Like, what is someone going to say? Like, judgment. Like, what are they going to be like? I've totally changed from the beginning. I think this was at the beginning where I was like, oh my gosh, like, if I put my voice out there, if I talk, if I express myself, if I tell people how I feel or how it is, or if they hear my opinion, like, am I going to be judged, or, am I going to be, what are they going to say, or this and that? And then I've learned that my voice is my voice and my beliefs are my beliefs, whether you like them or not. It is what it is, and this is my opinion. This is what I believe in. This is how, I think, and regardless of what it is, or if if someone doesn't agree with something I say on the podcast, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not making you agree, with me.
Was there like a moment?
It's more of, I think it was just the fear of just putting myself out there and being vulnerable in front of the camera, in front of people. And now I've grown to love it, and I have a voice, and either you're going to listen or you're going to take something from that, or you're not. And
was there a moment, did you feel like within the last year since starting the podcast where you felt like you wanted to quit, or felt like where you were close to just quitting? Be honest.
I think no, okay, so no, I was not close to quitting, but I got a little discouraged there was like a time that we had a meeting with somebody, and remember the meeting that we had? And
yes.
And like, we didn't get that meeting, and it
didn't
just
get
like,
what we wanted out of that
we
meeting.
didn't get what we wanted out of that meeting. And it just kind of like discouraged me. Like, we are good enough. Like, we are amazing. Like, we are so passionate and so intelligent and funny, and our chemistry is amazing, like everyone feels. And to me, it's just like, when you love something, when you're passionate about something, when you don't get something out, like when you don't get something because of that, it's just like, it kind of discouraged me a little bit. But then I'm like, you know what, wake the fuck up. You're not giving up.
Exactly.
You got to keep pushing. Like, you're going to have those moments where you feel discouraged, but all you have to do is just keep pushing. And that's what I changed my mindset. Just like how you said with Emma Greed, how you learn from her. It's all about the mindset. It's all about, for a moment I was like, oh my God, like, we didn't get that, and I'm just like really upset about it now. Like, how do we do that? Like, I'm getting discouraged, but not. And then like an hour later, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Yes, you know what? You're gonna lose 5 times before you win the 6th time, and that goes for everything, and that even includes this too. So it's just a learning experience, and it's honestly a motivational experience for me to keep pushing.
Yeah, I think it's also
from that specific moment.
There's been so many moments, I think, for me where I felt discouraged, whether it was somebody that we had maybe reached out to come on the podcast who didn't have interest, or if there was like a negative DM that we got, which is like once in the blue moon, or people who were genuinely coming after like the destruction of this podcast for some goddamn reason. There's so many instances that we don't show that has set us back, I think, mentally for a moment. But us showing up every single week is the biggest fuck you.
Yeah.
That week, I swear.
It is. Yeah.
And like, people don't understand, like, the more you discourage us, like, you're just
the more motivated we become.
The more motivated we become. You're literally adding fuel to our fire. Like, me and Kat specifically, we start going at like 200 miles an hour once we get like one negative comment or one bad DM or like a person will say something negative about our podcast or about our character. Like,
and then now we're going 500 miles per hour.
Now we're going 500 miles per hour. And like, it just adds fuel to my fire. It like eats me up inside. It's like, I want to show you guys what we can do, and we're going to keep pushing. And I'm pretty sure like over the last year with our amazing guests that we've had, it's been a sentiment of our hard work and dedication and consistency, which is key in any aspect in your life.
I agree with that. Everything.
So you keep pissing us off. We're going to keep coming back.
Pushing. I expect you, the guys that piss us off, because it's just going to keep, we're just going to keep growing.
It's just part of the game.
It's honestly, it is. It really is. Like, regardless of our podcast or maybe a business that you might be running, listeners, or maybe, you know, something that you've been growing, and you're going to have those moments where you feel discouraged. You're going to have those moments where you want to give up, but don't give up. I'm telling you, the prize is better than what you believe. You know, like, sometimes you don't have these, sometimes you, like, your mind gets into your mind sometimes, and all you have to do is shut that noise off.
Yeah. And just to say, like, for every hater, we have 100 admirers. And, like, I want to say thank you to every single person.
We love you, haters.
Seriously, we love the haters. We love the people who have supported us too. Honestly, it really does show how much of a community we've built. And we appreciate every single person that have either followed us or left us a positive comment, watched our videos. Thank you. A huge thank you. Supported us. It means a lot, because at the end of the day, it's just like us two little girls who are really just trying to make a difference in this life and put an impact in this world. And this is why we're doing this. We're not just doing it to do it. We want to leave an impact, and a positive impact in people's lives with the different guests that we bring on, and also to help inspire anybody that's listening or watching to lean into that one thing that's scaring you to start.
Yeah.
That one thing that you might be...
It's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
People sometimes are fear of that. I mean, even with this, like with us, like we talked about fear earlier, and it's just the fear of the unknown. Like,
lean into it. Just lean into it, and just...
Change is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Change is uncomfortable.
Change is uncomfortable 100%. And that goes with everything. Yeah. Even like when I got up and I moved to Nashville. I literally moved to Nashville for, like, this is like totally off subject, but I was afraid to do it, but I did it anyways. And I just did it all on my own. I had nobody down there. I packed my bags and I said, I'm going.
And that's probably what taught you the resilience you have today. Yeah. It's not easy doing that, just going down there, not knowing anyone.
Not knowing anyone, being in a city when you're
that's scary.
Being alone. Like, once my cousin left, because she helped me move, once my cousin left, I was by myself in this city. I had no idea who was, but I met some amazing people down there, and they're wonderful. And that's going to be something I'll never forget, is just getting up and going. You can't talk about it. You just got to do it.
Yeah. And
get up and do it.
Don't seek too many people's advice, I would say.
Yes. Too many like, sometimes that could ruin your plans too.
What I could suggest saying is, I literally was going through my book the other day, my notebook from 2024, and I wrote down, I think I posted the picture of, like, what our podcast would have been called back in the fall of 2024. Yeah. It was going to be called From My Sister's Closet. Yeah. And there was, like, other things that were blurred on that page, but it was about starting the podcast and the business, and you just got to put things on paper. That's the one thing. If you can take away anything from this episode, is write down what your goals are. Pen on paper goes a long way, and it holds you accountable when you go back and look at your notes. And, you know, these goals might change over time, which is completely fine and okay. Yeah. But I would really highly suggest putting your thoughts on paper and, like, really dialing down what you want to achieve. And go back and refine that. Yep. And refine that vision. Yep. It's okay to go back and refine that goal every 3 months, every 6 months, and audit yourself, audit your life, audit your business, your circle, which we should also talk about. Yeah. You are who you surround yourself with.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. I like being in rooms now with incredible people have just pushed us further. Like, put yourself out there. Say yes to the networking events. Say yes to the community events. Say yes to... It's the year of saying
Say yes. We even said that.
We said that earlier this year.
All about the yeses, guys. All about the yeses.
Every time there's an opportunity that comes on our lap, it's the year of
Except the toxic men. You don't say yes to them.
Exactly. But I'm just saying in general, like, when there's an opportunity to put yourself out there and meet people and maybe get on the flight, get on the next city, say yes. don't think about it. Just say yes. You never know where that will take you.
I agree.
We've been in rooms with people who have brought up our names again 6 months later because we said yes to that specific opportunity.
Yeah.
So say yes. It's the year of yeses. Yes, yes, yes. Block the negativity. Block the toxicity. You ain't got no room for that in your life.
I agree. You are on point with that, sister.
Yeah.
The queen is talking. Anyways, back to our questions. You know, working with your bestie is not always the easiest. So I want to know what annoys you about me, or if there's anything that annoys you about me.
Anything that annoys. Drum roll.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I think we've talked about this. I mean, I've actually like even said it to your face. I think between the two of us, I would say, which is not a bad thing, you're more inclined to your emotions and your feelings, which is not, again, a bad thing. And I am like the total opposite.
I'm more emotional for sure. Yeah.
I'm like the total opposite. And when it comes to like work related things, I know how to just like shut it all off, and I will say what I have to say with no filter, which not always a good thing, but I'm never disrespectful. Unfiltered, right? But yeah, I think that was the only thing that I think I was a nuisance to me at the beginning. I had to like really
get used to like me being more emotional than you.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
I mean, we worked around it. So we're good at that. What do you
He's looking at me right now. I'm scared.
No, you're fine. What do you think is my biggest strength on the podcast?
Your bubbly personality, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, you bring like light into the room. I think you bring the light out of me. I always say that, like being around you, I'm a lot more open and bubbly and out there and outgoing. Like, again, I'm an
think
introvert
we
at
like
heart.
feed off each other.
Yeah.
I think you bring in that more of like the grounded and the more like,
I'm a Capricorn, yep.
Yeah, I learned that from you, like to ground myself more, to not react as fast, to like, you know, we both like learn things from each other, which is a really, really good thing. And that's why people talk about our chemistry. Like we literally are two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Like we just,
and we might
teach
have like,
each other.
We teach each other, yeah. Like I think I could be a lot more fun around you. Like, I am a fun person, guys.
She is fun.
But around
you
Kat,
are so fun.
She
Don't even talk like that.
She brings out the fun in me. Like I'm fun around the right people, and I love like this chemistry that we have on the podcast. I'm sure Larry can attest to that too, of how bubbly your personality is and fun, and like you're light. And you're just hilarious. Just the funniest personality. Like one of the funniest people that I know. Like she'll make sounds sometimes. I'm like, you sound like you belong in a jungle, but we'll take it for today.
What?
But yeah, that's what you bring to the table, kitty cat. This is why we call her kitty cat.
Kitty cat. No. What's your favorite guest and why?
Oh, that's a hard one.
You gotta have a favorite. The thing is, like every single guest is our favorite guest. So
I could tell you some of our favorite moments from the show. I think one of my favorite moments is when Emma Nicholas came on the show and she played her unreleased song on the show with her guitar.
I like that.
Just
I
to
love
hear
that
the
too.
acoustics of her voice. That's like a standout moment that I can think of right this moment. But again, like you said, we have guests.
All of our guests are amazing, and they're so different. And like we even, you know, earlier when we were talking about all of them, it's like they're not just relatable, they're valuable, you know? So I think but I do agree with Emma being the favorite moment. And it's just, music is so healing. So like we learned so much about music, and it was great.
Yeah, it was a good episode. That's the one moment I can think of right now. But we've had so many incredible guests, guys. And I encourage you all to just go and listen to all of them.
Yeah.
Really, just take your time and look back. I think we've had like 23 guests to date out of 30 episodes.
I can't believe it's our 30th episode today. This is just kind of unbelievable.
We're in our 30s, y'all.
We're going to have to throw, once we hit 50 episodes, everybody, we're going to throw a party. It's going to be Unfiltered Brew Bash.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. I'm trying to think. What is there?
We just like both just blank
We
out.
just blanked. Let's just do something funny. If Unfiltered Brew was a person, how would you describe it?
If Unfiltered Brew was a person, it would be a really fun, edgy personality who is incredibly hardworking and consistent, and who loves to bring a community together and build a community and bring people together and introduce people together, put them in the same room.
Yeah.
And just have like this big personality of just
A little bit of sass.
a little bit of sass and a little bit of a diva, as Larry likes to call us, divas. But yeah, I think that's how I'd describe Unfiltered Brew. Don't you agree?
I agree. You literally nailed it.
Do you remember the moment we were
nailed
sitting in the
it.
pool?
Yeah, I remember.
I always like to go back to that moment.
Okay, well, the pool opens in about a month, so
Yeah.
we can go back and we can just, you know what, we can record each other.
We should
Or
record
just
an
be-
episode out of the pool.
We should. No, we totally should.
But I
And
remember.
Lumen's gonna sponsor it.
But do you remember that moment? We were in the pool and I got in the water and we weren't super close just yet. We just happened to be at the water and I offered you like a protein cupcake. Do you remember?
Yes, and then remember when that, like, whatever the hell her name is, we forgot about her. She was like, oh, don't go eat that. It's like terrible for you.
Right. She was like, yeah, that.
And I was like, nope, I'm gonna go eat it.
Yeah, that person, that uncalled person. But we were in the pool. I remember we were just like, me and Kai just start like
We just started yapping. We just started
yapping
talking about
for
everything.
an hour. And I'm like, I remember looking dead straight in her eyes. I think I cut her off and she was just like, I'm like, this would be great on a podcast. Do you remember that
Yeah.
moment I looked at you
Yeah.
and you said, oh my God, I've always wanted to start a podcast. I'm like, me too. And here we are.
But do you see how I just want to take a moment to thank the universe for putting us together, because you see how life works. You know, I left Cleveland. I moved to Nashville. I lived down there for 2 years and I had a chance to come back for my family, for the job. And then I moved to the Lumen. I met the people that I met. You know, I sat at the pool. I saw you at the pool. I approached you. We talked. And that's how, like, everything in life happens for a reason. And everything is connected. You know, like, so when you think about things that happen to you, they're meant to happen to you. And, like, I was meant to move back to Cleveland. I was meant to live in the Lumen, even though I looked at 10 other apartment buildings. I was meant to walk into. I was meant to, I mean, look at us now where we're at. Like, if I had never just moved or made that decision, like, I would have never met you. And I'm so grateful to have met you.
And also
Because I love you so much and you're my bestie and
love you too.
my rock.
And also, God
just shows that, yeah.
like God, and it's really important to have like self-awareness, because God will put you in opportunity in like rephrase that. God will present opportunities to you, but you need to have that level of self-awareness to know what direction to take
Yeah.
with that presented opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? And unfortunately, in this time of time and space with like the digital world, everybody's so distracted constantly, and I feel like nobody has self-awareness anymore as they used to, like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of opportunities go missed and untapped because of these distractions.
Yeah, I agree.
So you have to have that level of self-awareness and understand what you want and understand where you are in life in this given moment. Like Emma agreed, like it's okay to have ups and downs in life, but it's about understanding what's important in this moment.
Yeah.
To be able to navigate which path you take and to pour energy into that specific thing that is important in this moment.
Yeah, I agree.
So
No,
yeah,
that's
my
a very good.
cents.
That's very good. That's very good advice.
Yeah.
you know.
Because like we both
That's
went
very
through
good.
different like waves in life, and like for the longest time, like I just approached my 30s. For the longest times when I was in my 20s, I thought I had to be married by 27, have a kid by 30, be established in one career, and like I was so hyper focused on like climbing the corporate ladder, and it wasn't what I really wanted, but I was just forcing that idea on me. And
because
I felt
that's
like
what society was placing on you. Like that's what your society, your culture, your family, like even, you know, that goes vice versa. And it's just like, you have to be this age to have a kid this age. No, you don't have to do anything. You're on your own timeline. You do things in your own time. I'm a 37-year-old single woman, and I have a good head on my shoulders. I have a great job. I have this podcast. Like I don't need to go and be like, okay, I'm going to quit everything just so I can have kids and be married. And no, that's not what, like, obviously that's something I want eventually. And like, if the right person comes along, but like, I'm on my own timeline. I'm not going to let society pressure me into doing something that I just don't want to do right now.
And I think also society kind of shames people that pivot from their current trajectory in life, unfortunately. And like most of our guests that we've had on the show have pivoted from a career, from a job, from a city, from a life, and look at where it's gotten them.
Yeah.
It's completely okay to pivot and change
directions.
Your directions in life. And you learn so much about yourself in your 20s, and people put so much pressure on themselves in their 20s, including myself.
Would you ever go back to your 20s?
I actually said that to Jack the other day. I said, if I were to go back to my 20s, I'd have one condition, is to know what I know now.
Yeah.
I don't have regrets, but I wish I wasn't so hard.
You had the brain now back then.
I wish I wasn't so hard on myself.
Yeah.
Like I fell into depression multiple times in my 20s because I felt like I was behind everybody and I was not in the right state of life where I should be. Like married again, Middle Eastern, approaching her 30s, unmarried, no kids. Like what am I, like literally like my dad, guys, the other day, my dad, I called you when I was in DC, my dad, I was on the phone with my dad and I'm like, I was giving him just a quick update that I'm heading to DC. And he goes like, he says, he literally said, poor thing, I love him to death, but he doesn't know any better. But he says,
just very old fashioned.
Very old fashioned. Not even old fashioned. I just like, he doesn't live here. And I think like his mindset, again, my dad dropped out of college after 2 years and like built his own life with what he knows and from the ground up. And he really instilled getting a higher education for us and following that career path. And it was like the biggest accomplishment for him was for us, his kids, to go to school and college, get that degree, get a good job, and stay in those jobs. Yeah. And here I am. I'm like the rebellious middle child who pivoted multiple times, who've quit jobs because I just, like really good jobs, because I was just not happy.
Satisfied.
I wanted more. It's okay to have more. Why do we have to hide our ambition?
You're not temporarily stuck anywhere.
This is another thing I want to say. Like for every single woman out there, don't hide behind soft ambition. Know what you want. Put it out on the table. So my dad goes like, when I told him I'm going to DC, I'm going to go see Emma Green. I was explaining to him who Emma Green was, this established woman. She's an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, founder of multiple multi-billion-dollar companies, a writer. Yeah. And he says to me, his response was, he's like, sweetie, I feel like you don't have stability in your life. I had to pause for a second. I was like, Dad, what? What do you mean by that? I'm like, because I'm in DC for a book tour. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know what you're up to. He's like, there's always something going on with you every single week. I'm like, what does stability mean? I literally asked him point blank. I'm like, tell me right now, what does stability mean in your eyes? Does it mean sitting at home, being married, being a housewife with 3 kids, and just doing that the rest of my life?
Probably, yeah.
No, actually, my dad doesn't think that way.
Oh, really?
No. I have to say that. My dad's not like that, because I would have been married 10 years ago. But he starts laughing. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. He's like, you're always like on the go and on the road. I'm like, yeah, because I live like that's my life. Like that's how I thrive on that thrill and adrenaline rush and because even when he's in, like when they're in town, I'm always busy, right? Like we work 7 days a week. He's like, I just don't know what's going on in your life. And he point blank asked me, says, "Are you happy?" I said, "I actually am." He's like, "That's all I needed to know." I'm
Oh,
like,
good.
Yeah, so I think
Shout out to
Daddy.
Dad.
Dad.
Not Daddy.
Not Daddy.
Dad.
Shout out to Dad.
Shout out to Baba.
Shout out
Right?
to Baba. Yeah, Baba.
Baba, is that how you call him?
Yeah, and it's, so yeah, things like that. Sometimes I'm just like, I can't.
Baba, you gained another daughter, just so you know.
Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows. So yeah, I think like our parents and our society sometimes put so much pressure on us to be in a certain mindset and like have certain, like I think maybe in his eyes he thought what stability means to me is to just be like have a family at 31 and things like that. But I think at the end of the day, what I love about my dad, he did care about, like he point blank asked me if I was happy. And
I think at the end of the day, he's your dad. He worries. He wants the best for you.
Yeah.
And as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
even though they think it's weird, but like we literally live in 2026 where, everything is electronic. You work from home and they're not used to that. They're used to you going into work like 9 to 5 and not traveling, and like everyone's like kind of all over the place now. So it's just a little.
And also they're used to just having like
a set structure through the whole week,
like structure, and then they got
like
used to
me
us.
and you today we're here in
Tomorrow
Cleveland,
in
Ohio.
Florida.
Tomorrow we're gonna be in Miami. Like
there's exactly, but it's all for what we're working on.
Everything we do is for the pod. For the pod. Okay, so let's ask each other rapid fire questions.
Okay, go ahead.
You ask me and I ask you.
Okay.
So people can kind of,
Okay.
What is that noise? I'm so confused. Okay. Audio issues or bad guest?
Audio issues.
Viral clip or loyal audience?
Loyal audience for sure. Loyalty goes a long way. Going viral is just momentarily. Is that a word?
Momentarily, yeah. It's just like a moment.
It's just a moment, but a loyal audience will stay with you for a long time.
Serious episode or funny episode?
A little bit of both. Both. I think we do well as a balance. We always add some spice and fun to our more serious guests. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guest episode or just us?
No, I love our guests, but I also love having conversations with my besties. So like, that's a tough one. That's a 50-50.
Go viral for drama or go viral for real talk?
I would say real talk. I'm not much of a drama queen.
Yeah.
At least I don't think I am.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I think real talk falls into authentic, and like we're very authentic. Like everything we talk about is authentic, and I'm done with my rapid fire questions.
Okay, let's see what I have. I gotta think about these. I don't have any. I didn't prepare anything.
So this is so random, you guys, but it's so weird how like TikTok and Snapchat and all these things work. Mm. So the other day, remember when I did the cold plunge?
Oh yeah.
Okay. First off,
at
Soul Space, shout out to Soul Space and shout out to Cynthia and everybody that created this amazing event. We didn't even talk about that.
Right.
It was such a cute little creators event that Nora and I attended last Saturday. And it was not last Saturday, Saturday before that, but it was so much fun. We had all these different creators, content creators, and we took a Pilates class. We got to use the Soul Space. We ate Purifix food, the wraps, and all the delicious food that they made for us was amazing. And then there is a new med spa also next to Soul Space that's called the
New IQ.
New IQ. So everyone, please check that out. But anyways, back to my story. So when I did the cold plunge, Nora recorded me from the back sitting down doing the cold plunge. I posted this cold plunge on my Snapchat story, and I did like a little thing, little topic that said, questioning my life decisions right now, meaning like I'm literally making myself freeze for the benefits. And they shadow banned my Snapchat. My Snapchat got 23,000 views. They shadow banned it, saying I was sexual. It was like sexual content. I said, literally, I was in a cold plunge. How's that sexual content?
Are you?
Yeah. They stopped it at 20. It was going to keep growing over 23,000 views.
Wait, was it showing just you in
It was literally just me and we'll show the clip in this thing. It was literally me sitting in the bathtub. You recording me, remember?
Right. Was it you entering?
No, it wasn't me entering at all. It was literally me sitting there.
She was topless.
I was topless, but it wasn't shown. Larry, not like that. But you could tell. Like
I had this look on my face. I'm like, wait.
I could have literally had a bathing suit that was like a tube top.
Right.
So you couldn't have never even tell. I
So
wasn't showing any
she was submerged.
nudity. I was not like
You were submerged.
breaking any fucking, excuse my language, but I was not breaking any rules or anything. I was literally sitting in the bathtub. Yeah.
Submerged in the tub.
Yeah.
Well, that's hilarious.
I was so confused. And now, like, they can't go past 23,000. I was like, well, that's cute. I mean, this is definitely not sexual. I mean, me being
You're on the wrong platform for that. Let me tell you that.
Oh, my Lord. That's the stuff we deal with. But
Well, guys,
thank you for listening to us. Yeah.
this is our 1 year special.
30th episode, the
30th
big 3-0,
episode.
everybody.
Big 3-0.
Once again, thank you so much for supporting us. We truly, truly appreciate all the listeners, and we are so grateful for you. And, just continue to like, subscribe, follow, share. It does really help us.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe
Pat
on
said,
YouTube.
Like underline, subscribe.
We're
YouTube.
really trying to build like a big, subscribe list. And, just follow us.
Yeah, and stay tuned because we do have
Engage
some
with
really
us.
engage with us, and we have something really exciting coming up. A really exciting partnership that's going to be really impactful to the community. And like I said, we want to grow this community. And I'm just going to give you a little hint. We're going to keep pouring it forward. Wink, wink.
Yes, pour it forward, everyone. Thank you.
guys,
Thank you.
bye.
We love you. Bye.